What's up, y'all? Another day out here taking care of these properties. Man, it's hard to believe how quickly this year is flying. Despite going through inflation and fuel costs and everything else, this year is unbelievably flying, man. Today's the last day of school for our kids. And it's hard to believe, man, because it seemed like just yesterday they were starting school. So I know things shift for us. It shifts for us when the kids go out of school for the summer. Like generally throughout the year, we pretty much start at 8:30 from spring, even through spring rush. Like we'll start about 8:30 and stay out till everything gets done. Which for us, with most mowing routes, due to, thank God, route density, we actually usually are back in the house, back at the shop at a decent time. Like I'm talking like 3-4 o'clock. I mean, when you get those extra tall lawns all throughout the spring though, some of those days it's like 5 or 6, but it's really only 3 or 4 main mowing days for us. So it's not too bad. And this time of year when it gets real hot, it's really not bad. We usually are done around the time where the peak of the heat comes out, and that's doing 20 plus. And that has a lot to do with route density, because this time of year we'll start at 7:30 just to beat the heat. So let's talk a little bit about route density. Yeah, with route density, man, I used to always hear all these people talk about route density this, route density that. I'm sitting there like, man, I'm starting out. I'm taking everything I can get, man. Forget about route density. Man, route density is definitely the way to go. Once you get your clientele up, because I'm not even going to lie to you, when you're starting out, you are trying to get just about everything. You are trying to get just about everything, no matter how far they are from you. Like, we were doing jobs that were, man, I want to say 15 to maybe 30 miles away from us. And it seemed like the move. And I even had one great customer who we knew him before he signed up as a customer, who was far from us. He's about close to maybe 30 miles away from us. And then he had a cousin down there too. We were doing his house as well. They were far. And he was such a good customer, he would get every service under the sun. So it made it more worth it to go down there. And then we also picked up a lot that was like at the midway point through there. It's maybe about 10-15 miles away from, our starter location. Which is my shop, slash house. Most who don't know, we run our business all of our operations are ran out of our house. My detached garage is labeled as our shop. That is how I set that up. That's how I try to keep that separate from the actual house. But either way, we were traveling. We were actually traveling to take care of these stops. And basically, over the last couple of years, I'm sitting here looking at how we're wasting time going all the way down there. But, he's a good customer. So what we did was, he actually ended up saying he was going to move, but he'll refer us to new people. And I said, hey, you know what? You've been a great customer. We were only coming down here because of you. So you don't have to refer us to a new person moving in. And I do appreciate it though, and I appreciate all the business he blessed us with all these years. So when he moved, we stopped taking on anything down that way. We had already stopped taking on people down that way. Even people at the midway point where we're at now, we don't take on any new business except those who maybe neighbors to someone that we're already doing. But if somebody calls from that area looking for service, we don't even entertain it, especially with gas prices being high. It's only one day I go down in that area. It's every Wednesday, which happens to be today. It's like 2 commercials we do down there, and all the rest of them are like multi-acre properties, so it is worth it to at least go down there. I've already added those numbers in. It's just worth it. It's more worth it that I go down there by myself. So I've been doing that by myself this year because I feel like my guy gets more hours when we're able to do route density and just stay on a nice tight route. So that's what we've been doing this year. We were doing it last year, but I started this year out adding the south route to one of our other established routes. That was a big mistake. We was out to almost 7 o'clock every night. So I've moved these multi-acre properties and a couple commercials down here in the south route. So Wednesdays when I go down here by myself, I do 1 commercial in our area. I do the 2 commercials down there. I do a few multi-acre properties. And next year my debate is going to be whether or not I hold on to these properties. I'm talking about commercials that are paying you, year round. When you're getting year round pay, sometimes it does make it worth it to make that travel for those properties. So part of me is thinking next year maybe I'll just keep it as is. I'm hoping to get a mow crew. It'd be nice if my guy is gonna step into that mow crew foreman. That'd be great. I already have a 14-foot trailer set up for him to keep them on route density, which is key, man. I'll keep them on the tight routes where we're able to knock out 20 right now. So if I get a couple guys who can do 20, on a couple days, and maybe 15 on two the other days, we're talking about what, 40, 55, 65, 70 lawns between them, and then I run out and do all the further out lawns and maybe the bigger like fields and commercials, maintenance, fertilizations, aerations. There's plenty of other things to do. It's just but so much you can sell when you're in the truck as well. But really, that's a little bit of rambling on there. As I hear from every podcast I listen to, it's a whole nother rabbit hole that I'm going into there, and a whole nother conversation for another video, which I'll probably have recorded in a few here about when you're ready to move on to another crew. But basically, this one was all about route density and how it's key to have these stops close, man. Like, I kid you not, we're out here knocking out. We can do 20 to 30 easily just because of how tight our routes are. Alright, any comments to this? Let me know.